Well, it's important to have a process in anything we do, whether it be as a business owner, getting from point A to point B in a successful fashion. When we come to transitioning the practice, it's important so that it's repeatable, so that we have predictable outcomes for our clients. It's financially important to them. They're only going to do this once, and so we want to do it in as most predictable, successful way we can. And having that process only helps that. As any business owner, I think it's important to start planning an exit from your business really at the beginning of owning your business. You should always have an end game in mind, but when it comes to being ready to sell and actually move forward with a sale, 3 to 5 years out, just kind of thinking about when the time is right and evaluating that along the way. It's important because it will take a little bit of time to find the right candidate to buy the practice. Freedom. Financial freedom, freedom of your schedule. You have more control over your future. Not everything's all about the bottom line dollar, but it's also about being able to if you want to own your business and say, I want to take off for 2 weeks and go to Europe, I can do that. If you work for a large group or a corporate setting, you have standard vacation, just like you would as an employee at any other kind of business, and really no control over that. You're told where to be, when to be, and if you don't like it, then there's always another place for you to go, right? One of the biggest, most important things that sets us apart is having a third-party business valuation. Most of our competitors don't do that. They do that internally, and it's just kind of almost on the back of a napkin at times. We partner with a third-party CPA firm that does that, which offers transparency both to the buyer and to the seller, knowing, hey, I'm getting a fair price for for this business that I've built, and it allows the lenders to know what they're buying as well. It helps with due diligence and gives transparency and confidence to the buyer to move forward with the sale. Well, as a veterinary owner, when they leave maybe working for a corporation, a lot of times they'll consider whether they would want to do a startup or whether they would want to buy an existing business. And the benefit is existing cash flow and revenue. Immediately they can walk in day one, have a predictable paycheck versus going into a more of a project mode and not having a single client coming in the door day one. That can be a little daunting from a financial perspective. So, I'm a little biased, but I think purchasing a business makes more sense for most people because it's predictable, and I should say a good practice, right? It's one where it cash flows at a rate that allows them to just step into the shoes of the existing clinic owner and have that repeatable, predictable income without having the stress of coming in day one, staring at a big loan without having a single patient or client coming in the door. It just offers more of a seamless entry into business ownership, I think. Well, generally they come out of veterinary school and they go directly to work for someone, right? And hopefully they've got a good mentor in place that's teaching them along the way, because there's a lot to learn from school versus reality of working day to day in the clinic, with clients and with patients. But most of the buyers we work with are anywhere from 3 to 10 years out of school. I would say 5 to 10 is probably closer to the average. They come out, like I said, hopefully they've been in a good situation where they've been mentored and they have the confidence in their medicine skills, and then they can ideally have also had a good mentor with the financial side of it and the confidence to then go and own their own business. But most of our buyers have good experience, and a bank is happy to take a risk and invest in them, knowing that they're going to be successful based on their past experience working for someone.